Hi and welcome to 6P's cooking classes for the surfer and all things good in health. Disclaimer, no nutritional knowledge, no legal rights to be able to tell people what to do, and we hold no responsibilities here at 6P's for future health problems. Behind the camera is my colleague Milo Minderbinder, who is a little bit alternate, but you'll be introduced to him later on. But moving right along, the overall thing with surfing and health is moderation, particularly exercise-wise. You might like yoga to complement your surfing, a bit of weight training, stretching, just all things good to get your lungs up to speed and your strength right. However, keeping healthy with food is certainly a good way to go. What I'll show you in the rest of this film is simply my diet. It's right for me. It's always recommended that you check with your doctor or nutritionist about what's right for you. It's very simple. You've got to stick with it, and after a while your tastes do become accustomed to what you're eating. Nothing complicated, but everything fresh. So welcome to 6P's Cookings for Surfers, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and good luck. Right, breakfast time. One of the things that I think is a bit of a myth is this business about getting up and eating breakfast first thing. Just eat when you feel hungry. I get up at 6 o'clock, probably don't eat till about now, which is about 8:45. But it's a personal preference. You might want to get up and have an early surf, then eat. You might want to have something to eat and then that early surf, depending on what's early for you. Now, I'm not also a believer in the fact that you've got to have a huge breakfast. It's just what satisfies. I complement throughout the day almonds, which is high in protein, which tends to keep your stomach pretty full anyway. So, bowl, light milk, doesn't have to be light. And I just get the no-name brand muesli. It's got fruit and nuts and stuff like that in it. And just pour a bit in the bowl. This is really complicated. Pour a bit in the bowl, depending on how hungry you are. And that's about how much I've put in. I don't know if you can see that. Bit of milk, and away you go. That's it. That's breakfast. Took a long time, didn't it? The other thing is that a lot of people will say that muesli, for example, has got a lot of fat in it, and that's this particular one cost me 2/5 of bugger all. It's 98% fat free, and of course there are a lot of people out there that do buy the packets with the 2% of fat. So that's 100%. You know what I mean? So there we go. That's breakfast. We'll move on to lunch very shortly. Is that a take, Milo? Yeah? You got the bacon and eggs on? Right. Listen, one thing I've got to tell you is not to keep smoking that spliff while we're trying to take films. Alright? Hey, we had a good night last night though. Oh shit, Jesus. Yeah, alright, okay. That's all off film, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so here we are at lunch. Hope you had a good surf in between breakfast and lunch. I usually have lunch about 3 or 4 hours after I've had breakfast, 1 o'clock or something like that, or somewhere between 1 and 2 anyway, and fill up with almonds if I feel hungry. And of course there's always the morning cappuccino and latte sip. But the important thing is that you don't eat anything in between that's pastry or anything like that. Now, it takes a while for the muesli to, your stomach to get used to the muesli, and but it is low GI, I think, whatever that means. And so you shouldn't feel hungry between breakfast and lunch, especially if you're active. One recap on all of this too is that I was 12 kilos heavier 12 months ago and just stuck to this, what I'm eating. And it worked for me, disclaimer, might not work for you. Anyway, let's talk about lunch. Lunch is just fruit. It's fruit of the season if possible. Orange, today it's an orange, apple, pineapple. Just cut them up. I'm not going to bore you with all that sort of stuff, although you do need a good knife to chop things up with. A bowl about this size, and I'll fill it up with fruit to about there, and throw on as much yogurt as I like. Get yogurt to taste good, not that bloody stuff that, in your mouth. Just whatever tastes nice. This one again is surprisingly 98% fat free. So yeah, just I cut the pineapple that way, cut off the skin, and away we go. But remember, the strong, good knife, is the way to go. And I usually hit it like that, so it doesn't, do too much. It's not too much cutting and all that sort of stuff. So I just usually cut it like that, or well, not like that, but I cut it. So yeah, it's sort of like oh Jesus, no, that didn't work. Okay, like that. Can I cut that? Then cut it again. Cut it again. Milo, can you cut, please cut. Yeah, cut. Don't overdo the cutting, of course, because it can create a bit of a problem. Milo, get the ambulance, will you please? Well, good evening folks. It's dinner time, favourite time of the day. Had your day out, had your exercise, eaten your wonderful lunch that should have kept you going. But if it didn't, a few almonds, a handful of almonds would have kept you going until dinner time. Being now. Now, dinner time meals are rather simple. Again, all fresh stuff. It doesn't take long to prepare anything. And I vary the meat of the night. I'm not a vegetarian. I like chicken, and you can have once a week, maybe twice a week. I'll vary that with some fish or chops, lamb chops. Love the lamb chops. The sort of meat actually that I have is chicken leg fillets like this. They're about 98% fat free. Nice and soft, Not too thick, not too hard to eat. Good protein, I think. Excuse me. Just 1 second. Yeah, it's about the first for the day. With the chicken, I have usually all different colours, bright coloured vegetables, but zucchini, broccoli, sweet potato, none of those white potatoes, cauliflower, and my own homegrown carrots. Now you might notice here, these carrots are all different shapes and sizes and weird looking, but one of these, about that size, to me, is more filling than the carrots you get in the supermarket. You know, those big monsters that look like they're being nuked. Very, very tasty. Unless you've eaten veggies out of the garden, you won't know what I'm talking about, but I grow my own carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, silver beet, things like that, because I mix these vegetables up with tomato, you know, some salad stuff as well, tomatoes, silver beet, corn, straight off the cob. All very easy. Now, I'm not going to cut these vegetables up because I'm still got a bit of a problem with my finger from lunchtime. But anyway, it gives you an idea. I just cut them up in a small amount, so I use I don't believe in all that crap about microwave ovens. I just throw it all in there, add some water, cook for about 4 minutes 40 seconds, take the top off, drain the water out, let it breathe for a couple of minutes. And the vegetables are important, so throughout the day you've had grain for breakfast, fruit for lunch and vegetables for dinner, with the occasional almonds or nuts in between, and some chicken. And as I say, the fresher the vegetables, the better. Now, to cook the, I would add a bit of flavour. All I simply do is add a bit of this sunflower oil, which I think is an El Cheapo job, but it's got a heart tip on it, which means it must be good. So I just, you know, get the top off this and get the top off, just lightly put a bit of this stuff in the bottom. Then I use soy sauce. As you can see, it's an expensive one from Woolworths. I liberally throw a lot of soy sauce in the bottom like that. Then throw the chicken in, more soy sauce over the top to let it soak in. And I do that about half an hour to 40 minutes before I want to eat. And then just let it soak in that. Have the vegetables ready, and that's about it. Now, Now, I cook the chicken on a very low rate, you know, it's 3 on here, I don't know what it would be on yours, but 3. And the whole 2 sides and all the juices and everything take probably about 50 minutes. You can make it slow, you can make it fast, and that's up to you. But it's about 50 minutes, and I always eat around about 7:15 of the night by the time it's finished. And don't go to bed on a full stomach, but I just find that stops you wanting to have the munchies, you know, a couple of beers before dinner, something like that, maybe a red wine, all good for you. So that's dinner. After dinner, if you get the munchies, got more arms. Now, it's going to take you a while to get used to that, all that, but it's rewarding, and it keeps the fat down. so as to speak. Now, I'd just like to recap what we've come through here, besides the injuries and so forth, is that this is what I eat. I'm not reckoning you should eat, but not that you should eat this stuff, but I like it, does the right thing for me, and it's good for you. So just to do a bit of a recap, if you want to stay healthy surfing, moderation and everything, you know, your stretching exercises, yoga, a little bit of weights thrown in there, swimming, lots of stretching. The whole idea is to be flexible. You don't have to be, you know, a God's gift to women in terms of the shape of you, but flexibility is where the key is. So that's the exercise side. The diet side is to eat properly. Don't have yourself on. Eat properly and eat regularly, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And, you know, everyone says about having the breakout, you know, have a pie every now and again. Yeah, you can. But don't go saying, well, I can 3 times a week. Just eat this and you won't feel hungry, you won't even think about food as much. Small portions, just look at what you're eating and all will be well. So, cheers to you all. Hope this helps. Hope you get out there and can be flexible and not feel too overloaded in the gut. And take care of yourselves. That's all from 6Ps on the cooking. Don't know too many other recipes for cooking, but there will be some more, probably involving vegetables. So Milo and I send our farewell to you. Milo, unfortunately, after the last shoot, didn't come back. I'm doing this on my own because, well, he got caught up in town and the police have taken him away for some drug testing, so I'm sorry about that. He'll be introduced at some other time. Bon voyage.